losing a winnable playoff, dropping points to far smaller nations. At some point, you have to accept what the evidence is telling you. Jamaica's problems are no longer happening on the pitch. The collapse points to something older and deeper, a long-standing pattern of mismanagement inside the Jamaica Football Federation. And you don't have to take my word for it. Take the captains. Andre Blake, the man who wears the armband, publicly called the JFF a joke program, citing a total lack of leadership and direction. When your captain says that out loud, that is not frustration, that is an alarm. And it wasn't an isolated voice. The women's national team, the Reggae Girls, were forced to boycott matches after the JFF failed to pay their 2023 World Cup bonuses. Think about that. Players who carried the nation's flag to the world stage were left waiting for what they had already earned. And through all of it, the public disputes, the unpaid athletes, the failure to qualify, JFF President Michael Ricketts has refused to step down, insisting the federation has been a success under his watch. When leadership spends its energy defending its own tenure instead of supporting its athletes, even a squad of world-class players will struggle to perform. Talent cannot outrun dysfunction forever, and that dysfunction bled directly onto the pitch. The instability at the top produced a revolving door on the touchline. The 2026 cycle alone saw 3 different men in charge: Jaime Halgrimsson, Steve McLaren, interim coach Rudolph Spat. McLaren's resignation could not have come at a worse moment immediately after the draw with Curaçao, leaving the team with no permanent head coach just as they entered the highest stakes matches of the entire cycle. You cannot build a system while constantly resetting it. By the time the playoffs arrived, this team had no clear tactical identity. 11 men on a pitch with no shared idea of who they were. The JFF's answer: ramp up recruitment, scout English-born players and rush them into the squad in the weeks before major matches. Now remember, 1998. Those diaspora players were integrated over the course of a year. Trust was built. Chemistry was earned. In 2026, players were dropped into the starting lineup with almost no time to train alongside their teammates. The result was predictable: a disconnect between domestic players and overseas stars, and reported tensions inside the locker room.